So the first topic that we have this morning is the local and international practices in building new literacies. So the first best practice that we have here is that we need to give students direct instruction in decoding and comprehension strategies that promotes independent reading. So the practices in developing new literacies can be taught by teachers and can be learned by both teachers and students. It is important for students to learn from direct instructions and with simpler words. In that way, they will be able to comprehend better. Thus, this promotes and exercise independent reading. In the context of special education, we all know that students with ADHD have a very short attention span. So if you can still remember the pedagogies in handling students with ADHD, which was kanang report sa group ni Ernally sa SNED 5 na to nga subject, we grasped the information that if they are not provided with simpler words in instructions, there is a very big possibility that these students cannot finish their activity. Moreover, this practice allows us teachers to teach these students in being independent not just in classes but also in the real world. For instance, they can surf different social media sites, and because we taught them different effective comprehension strategies, they will be able to understand the essential meaning of what they saw in the internet without the help of their elder sisters or parents. With this being said, ma-practice na nila ang ilang pagka-media literate individuals. So, how are we going to implement this practice sa classroom? So if we can still remember during our elementary days, we have a reading comprehension activity which is pabasahon ta sa ato ang teachers og story, and then the teacher would give us a set of questions for us to answer if kanang nakasabot ba gyud ta sa ato ang gibasa. Di ba, if you can still remember kanang mag alphabetical jud na nga kanang sige Cyd Arias una ang mo-read kay Ayman una mo-read mo ato ko mo gawas ko kay mo-read ko dito, and then mag one on one jud sa teacher ba kinsay naka-remember ana if nakasulay ka ana, if wala ka nakasulay, or if naka-remember ka, if wala ka naka-remember kanang kanang chat sa chat box kung unsa ang imong na kuan ana. Hala, kung dili maka-chat ha, basin wa na minaw ha. Sige ha. So, bitaw ka ng on a serious note, according to DepEd Order number 45 of 2002, which is entitled the Reading Literacy Program in the Elementary Schools, states that one of the main thrusts of the 2002 Basic Education Curriculum, or BEC, is to ensure that every child is a successful reader at the end of grade 3. So, concomitant to this trust, the Department of Education shall enforce the policy every child a reader, beginning school year 2002 to 2003. It is expected that no pupil will be promoted to the next higher grade unless he or she manifests mastery of the basic literacy skills in a particular grade level. All possible means of assistance and encouragement shall be extended to enable the child to read. So, sa mga ni-chat sa chat box, thank you. And then, keep your chat coming sa chat box. And then, so much for that. Let's move forward to the next one, which is balancing teacher and student led discussions. So it is really important that teachers will give students the opportunity to discuss in a class, such as reporting. In that way, students will be able to develop their speaking skills that would most likely be a big leap in being an effective teacher. Pero dili lang ni para kay sa mga prospective teachers lang ha. This will also work sa tanang students. If ever your teacher would let you report, take it as an opportunity to grow as a speaker or as a reporter. Kay wata kay baw basin dili ni mao ang field nga ato ang gitahak, like basin dili ta for special education, basin kanang reporter ta or anchor sa or kanang sa ABS-CBN, CNN, GMA, like mga inana, or basin ka ng radio broadcaster ka sa Bumbo Radyo or sa asa nga station nya kanang mo ma-amaze ang kanang listeners nimo nga uy unsa di background ani ni asa yun siya nag-school ana dayon nya mo kanang like for example kanang himuan dayon og kanang documentary ang kanang or kanang ang imong life story kay i-share niya kanang maka-remember ka nga ay bitaw sa kanang when I was still in high school or when I was still in senior high or when I was still in college kanang for example kanang si Miss A gyud to kanang mag kanang kami ang mo report, and then or si Miss Matet ba or si Sir Renan maka recall mo ba kung kinsa ang kanang ni-push ninyo nga kanang mahimo mong kanang better reporters, better speakers, something like that. So, mo na ma-look back nato kung unsa ang nadangat nato, kung unsa ang kanang effect sa atong gibuhat karon. So, more to that, this practice would also allow students to be critical thinkers, researchers, keen and careful, especially if the students will look for links para sa like sa ilang content. Reporting is also a great way in developing trust in oneself. Thus, this practice will be a great help in developing your core to be a social emotional literate person. On the other end, teacher and student led discussions should be balanced because a student's reporting is not just the only basis of knowing their strengths and weaknesses. Mo agree mo ana nga dili ra ang reporting ang kanang basis, 'di ba? Naman sad tay aside sa reporting, naman sad tay mga performance tasks or kanang quizzes, something like that. And then the next one, the next practice is balancing direct instructions, guided instructions, and independent learning. So, students knowing the different strategies in learning is a great way in developing the skill set of being an effective researcher, which makes a student a helpful asset in developing new literacies. With balancing direct instruction, guided instructions, and independent learning, students will know as to what is the best strategy that would help them learn. This can be related to social emotional literacy, where students will be able to know themselves better. On the other end, this practice helps in developing new literacies in a way that students know how to learn independently since their teachers allow them. This practice should be balanced and one shouldn't be ahead nor behind from one another.